What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about why in one of the 3 rules that we have within TechBit Solutions, which is the group that I started, why I focus and emphasize so much on to not hold a penny stock overnight. So if you speak to or have ever had the opportunity to speak to a day trader, you see that one of the common best practices that they share is that they don't hold a penny stock overnight. And I think one of the biggest things behind that is that understanding that they are a penny stock, and that because they are such a low cap stock that they can get delisted, or they're extremely volatile and extremely risky, that they choose to not hold this penny stock overnight because of certain news that can come out and that can cause huge fluctuations within the stock itself and the price itself. And if you're choosing to invest thousands and thousands of dollars, that's a lot that you're putting out there to risk. So one of the first things is I learned to not hold a penny stock based on my own experiences. I ended up losing, if you guys haven't done so already, so I ended up losing $3,500 within my first couple of months trading. And that was when I first just started, really didn't know what I was doing. I just jumped in and was hoping for the best, right? And one of the things that I learned is that because I was holding penny stocks overnight, and because most of them ended up getting delisted, I ended up losing $3,500. And it's not because I'm a horrible trader, or because every stock that I jumped into was a horrible stock, but it really came down to that simple idea that I should not be holding these stocks overnight. They're worthless companies, so yeah, they are bad stocks. I wasn't a very good trader, and I didn't really know what I was doing. So one of the best practices that I try to share is to truly not hold one overnight. In the long run, when it comes to holding these penny stocks overnight, you'll see more losses than you do gains. And I want to make sure that you guys, if you guys plan on doing this for a long time and don't just want to live in the moment, again, this being a plan for success within a long period of time, I definitely suggest to not truly hold any penny stock overnight. I am going to share my screen, and even though this isn't a true penny stock, it is a cap stock that was trading a little bit over $3, and because of certain news that came out, it dropped to about $1.20, and losing more than 50% of your account value. I think that discourages a lot of traders, and that can really just ruin your whole idea of trading in penny stocks. So again, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just sharing my best practices in effort for you guys to not see losses. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. I'm gonna start sharing my screen and talk to you guys about CERU. Alrighty guys, so this is CERU. It's a cap stock that as of today, it took a huge gap down. And although that's good for us as day traders, since a lot of our members within our group were able to catch up from the low points of 120 to high points of nearly 140, so seeing over our 10% target profit, it's not good for people that held overnight. And again, I don't want to discourage anyone just because these things are common things that happen. But when it comes to long-term growth, you should never hold these penny stocks overnight. And this is just an ideal or perfect example of why. Again, penny stocks that are stocks that are under even $1 are extremely even more volatile and have a higher chance of getting delisted. So especially if CERU is one to get delisted, or not get delisted, but to see this fluctuation because of news that caused more than half of the price to take a dip, it just exposes you guys to the idea that wow, these stocks are extremely volatile, and these people that were trading and held overnight lost more than half of their account. The stock right now, as of today, is down 62%. So just imagine losing, 62% of whatever it is that you're trading, $1,000, $100, or $10,000. It's definitely not going to be a good feeling, and it might discourage you as a trader, and you might never want to trade again. So again, I'm just trying to share my best practices. So although today it did play out as a good trade for us, because us as day traders jumped in the morning, for all those that held overnight, not so much. You guys saw a huge loss, and it's because this idea of huge news that can come out that can cause whatever the stock that you're choosing to invest in lose a huge amount of whatever the profit might be, and it might take you days, if not months, to get back to where you were at. So I say in the long run, it's more beneficial to lock in profits, even if they might be lower or small. And to cut losses short, even if you think it might go back up, just because of this thing that can happen. And again, this is a perfect example of why you should avoid trading or holding a penny stock overnight. that's really just it. I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, these things are very common when it comes to trading penny stocks, especially with stocks that are under $1. So I want to make sure that I can help you guys, you know, minimize risk. And I think, you know, not holding a penny stock overnight, especially when you ask, you know, any big trader, you know, that's probably one of the most common best practices that they'd share, because in the long run, for holding these penny stocks overnight, you're going to see a lot larger losses and a lot more losses than a lot more, you know, or potential profits. It's better to manage your risk and minimize loss than to hope for the best that it will open in the green. And it really comes down to that. It's a very simple concept, you know, just don't do it. And when you end up breaking these, you know, certain rules, you'll see losses that, you know, you could have avoided by simply just following them. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to let me know, and I would love to be a part of your success. So again, the link is provided for you down below if you guys would like to join the Facebook platform for TechBud Solutions. And within that platform, you'll have access to this series of group chats that we have available. And again, it's all free. So thank you guys again so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an amazing week. Take care. Baby, don't you let it go to waste. You know we can put